This is the third screencast in a series looking at the creation of a drag and drop exercise like this one. In the previous screencast we got as far as creating the continuum and producing one of the boxes that the information will go into. And this is where we'll pick up now. Right, the first thing I want to do is work out which is the longest of the pieces of text that I've got. Now I think it's probably cross-country skier. It's either that or football midfielder. And I'm going to type that into my box. So what I need to do is select the shape that I've drawn and then just type in what I want. Some people don't realise you can do that and they'll actually put a text box on top of the shape. You don't need to do that, you can just type straight into the shape. Having done that, I'll click on the outside and then I'm going to just increase the size of the text until I think it's about right. I'm then going to format the shape, so I'm going to go to the Format tab, and probably the easiest here is if I click on that little down arrow, I've got all these options here. I'm going to go for the red outline. That works quite nicely, I think. So I've created one box that I think is the right layout, the right size, the right shape. I can actually just shorten it slightly and bring that one in slightly, and that will work quite nicely. So having produced one, I'm then going to reproduce that. So I've got a total of 7, which is the number of items that I've decided. Now the easiest way to do that, I could copy and paste, but there's a quicker way, is Control and D. So I can just go Control D, 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 and that's given me 7 of those items. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to just drag the bottom one down, and rather than dragging each one in turn, if I go to my home page and I then go to Find and Select, this little arrow here says Select Objects. I can now just drag that around all of them. I can then go Format, Align, and I'm going to distribute them vertically, and that just lays them out a bit easier than me dragging them individually, because the risk with dragging them individually is I could accidentally resize one if I catch the corner of it, for example. Now I need to determine the order in which I put my text into here, and I just tend to, what I need to do, sorry, is I need to unselect this option here, so take that option off. I need to determine the order in which my items appear, and what I do is I just make it alphabetical. So I've just changed the order there so that they're now in alphabetical order, and all I need to do is override the text here with the right information. So I'm just typing in the new information on top of that one. I'll just pause the recording while I do the rest of them for you. Okay, so I've now edited the text so that I've got the items that I want in there. I can now, at this point, delete that list. I no longer need it. And I could use this. We're now getting close to it being ready. However, there's a couple of problems. If I started dragging these around here, if the student gets in here and starts clicking, they could end up editing the text by mistake. So what I'm going to do, this is quite a clever little trick, is I'm going to convert each of these objects into a small image. Okay, so rather than being a box with text in it, it will be an image, and then the students can't edit the text by mistake. The only problem with this is once I've converted it into an image, I then can't go backwards to change the text in the future if I realise I've got a spelling error or I want to change the items. So here's the clever thing. Again, I'm going to select all of my items. So Home, Find and Select, get the arrow so that I can then click and drag around. And then I'm going to copy them. And I'm just going to go onto a blank sheet and I'm going to paste them. So I've pasted them there as text boxes so that I can come back and edit them in the future. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the first item. I'm going to cut it, so Control and X. I'm then going to go to the Paste button, Paste Special and GIF. And what that's done is it's put it back in as an image. I have to go through in turn and do that, so Control X, Paste, Paste Special, GIF. I haven't found a quicker way of doing it. Okay, Control X, Paste, Paste Special, GIF. Okay, I'll do the rest of them once I finish this recording, but you can see there it's just going through in sequence and it just puts them there back in order. In the next presentation, we'll then tidy up the final product.